Hello, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and welcome to Tales Unlimited. Today's Batchery prompt is number 62. You're on a cruise liner that strays into hostile waters and gets attacked by their Navy and Air Force. Tough one. I mean, yeah, that's a tough one. But that's what I like about these challenging prompts. Try to stay on prompt whenever you can, because sometimes an absurd idea can work. You just gotta throw something against the wall and make it stick. All right. There is a cruise ship packed, like an apartment building on water. It's got stories and stories and stories of height, thousands of people on board, a lot of them Americans, 586 Americans are on this boat. And it is moving on headed for a distant shore. I won't even guesstimate where. That will require some homework. But here's what's going on. You're on a ship, so let's say you're a passenger. Your father, husband, you have a couple of kids, you're on the deck. It's a beautiful string of days, best time to take a cruise. Not a lick of rain, out on the water, and some guy, he's like wearing his Navy cap with pride. He's like, oh my God, those are naval ships. Give me those binoculars, honey. And his wife hands him some binoculars, and he looks out and he's like, those are destroyers. They're not ours. And then shells start landing. And splash, splash. Someone's dropping warning shots at the ship. And everyone's in a tizzy. Everyone's freaking out. Folks are like screaming. The crew runs out and goes, okay, everyone, please evacuate. Get below decks. Please return to your cabins. Please return to your cabins. And as you're running for like the nearest exit, trying not to get trampled, fighters are streaking overhead. You hear explosions. You see like another set of ships off in the distance, and the guy's like, oh, thank God, those are ours. You see an aircraft carrier and escort ships on the other side of your ship, and they're firing over you. It's like the hostile ships are firing at you, and the destroyers are shooting them down. They're actually like somehow based on the angles. Again, it's probably more requires somebody with some technical proficiencies here, but basically they're shooting and we're shooting them down. We're protecting the U.S. So, oh my God, everyone's running below decks and they're scrambling for their TVs and their phones going, what's happening? Well, apparently 2 days ago, the ship got hijacked by terrorists and they are directing the ship toward a hostile shore. And none of you noticed. They timed it perfectly so that none of you would notice. Like 2 days ago, middle of the night, they diverted the ship. And no one was expecting to get to their destination, their first leg of their destination for 3 days. They get you to this hostile point in under that time, so no one's the wiser. The crew had no idea. No one was checking Google Maps or anything. And basically they secured every vital part of the ship, and only the senior crew knew or were in on it. Again, it's a complex one, this one. But I'm throwing it up against the wall to see if it sticks. Somehow, some way, they hijacked the ship. Somehow, some way, they let us know anyone boards, we blow it up. Anyone leaves, we blow it up. Anyone tries to stop us, we blow it up. What are your demands? We just made them. We want nothing else. Oh, and by the way, by blowing it up, I mean we have 2 nukes. And he actually, the lead terrorist actually says, yes, we do have nukes. And he basically explains, here's how you can prove it. And he offers verification. And we lose precious time verifying it and making sure this is not some sort of bizarre hoax or bluff, that the nukes actually are on that ship. And it leaks out that, yeah, the nukes are on the ship. Somehow they verified. I mean, he actually has taken pictures of the devices on the ship in real time. Then, just for good measure, executed 3 hostages, just for fun. This guy's a madman. They established that too. And it's like the top story in the world. But no one on the ship caught it because they were basically looping old footage. They have hackers basically making sure you don't see the top footage. Like CNN doesn't work. All the news, you don't get news channels or something. Complicated. I don't know how you do this. A blackout of some sort. But anyway, you have a pitched naval battle going around your ship as it's going towards the coastline of this nation that has a military. Um, they don't necessarily want to beef with us, but they don't want to watch one of their largest port cities get nuked either. And they gave us time to negotiate, and the time has passed. We're on the edge of their international waters, about to head in their sovereign waters, and the U.S. is like, screw this, we're not going to let you blow up a ship. We need more time. It's like, you're out of time. How does the story end? Hmm. I would go off prompt, but I like the premise of it. So make it a comic book story. Futuristic story make more sense. Like, let's say allegiances and governments and sides have changed over the next 50 years. So maybe it's like the Battle of Northern Mexico that doesn't like us so much, or Southern Mexico. Maybe there's a nation out of the water that's artificially created, very hostile, very crazy, and someone wants to start a war between them and the U.S. or some other country. Um, Write it out however you like. Anyway, that's the challenge. How would you do it? I'm Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited. Please check out talesunlimited.net. That's where the podcasts are. 2 of them, daily. There's the Batchery Daily Prompt, Disturbing Thought of the Day. Also, there are book links. Hit a link. It'll take you straight to that book on Amazon, available in print and ebook. Currently, there is the Batchery series. I think 200 writing prompts and a little wisdom on how to write that first novel. The one that you've spent years on, yeah, there's a better way to do it. What if you follow this system, go all the way through, write books, sell them, start your own business, start making money while you're working on that novel? That's a different approach, yeah? Or over here, you have, let's see, the anthology series. So there are 2 of them. Unheroic, The Book of Schemes. They're both New School Twilight Zone, 25 stories to a book, different stories all over the place. Unheroic's about unlikely heroes saving the day, something like you're a hairstylist whose boyfriend's breaking up and moving unexpectedly out of town. Way out of town. Because you see, he's from an alternate Earth. And he's studying this one just to see what people are like, and he wanted to date you. Why? Because on his world, you're a 1-star general and arguably the greatest tactician who ever lived. And on this world, he's leaving because Earth's about to suffer an extinction level event, and the world could use a leader. He's wondering, okay, in this world, you're awesome. What do you like here, hairdresser? If I gave you the resources to save the world, what's left of it? Could you? And then there's the Book of Schemes. Schemes, diabolical, twisted, funny, weird. Well, in this case, it's called Photobomb. There is an assassin who is well-versed, world-classed, but he has an edge few assassins have: magic. So what he can do is take a picture, and whatever's on that picture, he can bring it into the real world, whether it's a glove, a gun, a lot of explosives, or a hostage. And if he brings somebody out of a picture, it's a bit more of a strain, but that person brought out into the world will obey him without question, no matter what. With that power and a carefully laid plan, he's going to retire at someone else's explosive expense. That's how I write. If you like how I think, maybe you like how I write. Okay, I'm Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited. See you tomorrow.